I wrote a book and it will be for pre-order on January 30th, 2020. I will post the information on my next video. Thanks. Everybody, good morning. We are baking donuts this morning with cupcakes envy. I'm going to show you my list of ingredients. Hold on, let me wipe my camera. Much better, y'all. Much better. Okay, so we have our medium-sized donut pans for baking donuts. Powdered sugar, vegetable oil. I'm going to do some bananas today. Don't mind my creamer because that is for my coffee. I do not care. Do not care. So we have 2/3 cup of flour, which is actually going to go in this crumble mixture. And this crumble mixture is a tablespoon of brown sugar, 1 tablespoon of refined sugar, 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, 2/3 of all-purpose flour, which is right here, and 1/8 cup of salted butter melted, unsalted butter melted. So I have my butter right here. Excuse me. So the rest of my ingredients for my donuts this morning is pan spray, some buttermilk, some corn. Well, nope, that shouldn't be here. We need baking powder and baking soda. Got some cinnamon, butter I used. I got some flour over there, some sugar right there, and my trusty girlfriend, my KitchenAid. And I need baking powder, so I have baking soda already, so I gotta get in my cabinets and find my baking powder. It's in a white canister with a plastic lid on it. I'm telling my assistant. So I have some sour cream, and so when we get to mixing this stuff together, I'm gonna come back to you. So I'm gonna add this 2/3 cup of flour to my crumble mixture. I'm making a crumb topping for my donuts, and I'm gonna use 1/8 unsalted butter. It's about as much as I want right there. I'm gonna do some cinnamon. Hold on, y'all. Don't laugh at me. Hold on. Get the cinnamon open. My assistant is busy right now. So I got some cinnamon. That's 1/4 teaspoon. A little more. That's about a teaspoon because I like heavy cinnamon. Brown sugar I'm gonna add. That's gonna be 1 tablespoon. So give me 1 second while I get all this stuff together. Brown sugar's a little crumbly, so let me squish it up a little bit. There we go. Brown sugar, I don't know why, that's the one thing that goes in your cabinet. It does not stay a good consistency. But I guess I kind of want it to be like this because that way when I do my crumbles will have a crumble texture. So inside of my crumble mixture, I added some walnuts for the crunch. As you can see, the crumbles slowly but surely coming together. You want to put this on the top of your donut mix once you make the batter. I'm going to continue to mix this and I will be back. Crumb topping texture is going to look like when you're completely done assembling it all together. So if it doesn't look like this, child, get back to the drawing board. You might have to do it all over again. Okay, so I'm back. I had to get some things in order. So I'm doing this recipe that I found on, I don't even know what I found it. Says exclusive member Media Vine Food. So I'm giving credit to Media Vine Food for this recipe because I like to try new recipes. So let's get started. So what we're gonna do is add 1 cup of all-purpose flour in your mixer. doing all our dry ingredients right now. We're gonna do a ½ cup of brown sugar, but I'm not using brown sugar. I'm using unbleached, unrefined sugar. And we're gonna do a ½ teaspoon. As you see, it calls for ½ teaspoon of salt. So I'm gonna, this is my ½ teaspoon. So I'm using pink Himalayan sea salt because I don't use iodized salt at all. So give me a second to get enough. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so I only got a little bit, so I'm gonna go back in there and get the rest. I'm single-handedly recording this myself. Okay, so that's a ½ teaspoon of salt. That's what the mixture is looking like right now. Gotta do 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Baking powder. Okay, I already got the baking powder open, so this is 1 teaspoon of baking powder. And this is Clapper Girl. That's the only brand I'll use for baking powder. Close that back up. And let's see what we're gonna add next. Next, we're gonna add, we're gonna mix this together to combine. So combined the flour, the salt, the sugar, the baking powder. So right now we're gonna add a ½ cup of sour cream to the mix. So we're gonna do it like that. I like sour cream, so you're gonna see a little more than what they required us to add. And I'm going to add a teaspoon. No, I might do 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract because I really like vanilla flavor in my product. Hold on. Let me take this tip off. I'm just wasting it. Okay, that's 1 tablespoon. And I'm adding a twist to this recipe. You'll see in a minute. I like vanilla, so I probably shouldn't even measure it because I don't never measure my vanilla. I just put it in there because that's just what I do. Everything for me doesn't have to be measured perfectly because I know what I'm doing. We're going to do 2½ tablespoons of butter. That's just me, y'all. Don't mind me. I was acting like I was rewinding it. So, we're going to do 2½ teaspoons of melted butter and 1 large egg. Then I'm going to crack with 1 hand. And I did with 1 hand, y'all. Okay, so let's mix all of that together. My egg is at room temperature. I have a little hack that I use when I forget to bring my eggs to room temperature. What I do is I'll put a cup of water in the microwave at 1 minute, and once the 1 minute is up, I will take the egg and let it sit in the hot water for like 3 to 4 minutes. And when you take it out, it's not hot, but it's more like it's room temperature. Oh my God, if y'all can smell this. It smells so delicious. Mixing the bananas up in the batter. And your donut batter is pretty much done, and yes, it's gonna be really, really thick. But believe me, the donut will be delicious. Made my batter, and when I looked at the recipe and it said that it only yields 6 donuts, I got my feelings because I know that I'll eat 6 donuts by myself. I just have to be honest. So I went back and doubled the recipe according to what the original recipe was. So if you want to make 12 donuts, you're going to do 2 cups of flour, 1 cup of brown sugar or whatever type of sugar you want to use if you don't have brown sugar. 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Then you're going to do 1 cup of full fat sour cream, 2½ tablespoons. Well, you're going to do let's see, 5 tablespoons of butter. And you're going to do 2 large eggs. And so as you see, this is your batter. The only thing I added different to the batter was cinnamon. Oh, that's delicious. I added cinnamon and I added a banana because I want a banana flavored donuts. So I'm going to clean up this little mess I got going on. As you can see, baking in my house is fun. So I have stuff everywhere. So let me clean up this mess and then I'll come back with the preparation for putting the donuts in the oven. So I have not tried the donuts yet, so let me do this real quick. It's really soft, still warm. I'm gonna break it so you can see the inside. It's really, it's a really good soft crumb, as you can see. Looks really good, so I'm gonna taste it now. That's a delicious donut. I'm gonna eat this donut. This is good. Yeah, it's a great recipe. You should try it. If you want the recipe, comment below and I will post the recipe. Come on, fingers. That's a good donut. These donuts, this icing is a tad bit thick, so give me some patience. It's coming down. Start swinging it back and forth like this because it's pretty thick. This icing is made with eggnog, and powdered sugar and vanilla. So there's your close-up of the iced donuts. Banana walnut crumb cake donuts covered in eggnog icing. Looks real good. Look at that. Thank y'all for watching my channel. Like and subscribe. Share my video if this is something that you would like to make or if you just want to share.